Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Clarity Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, welcome. My name is Bree, and this is going to be a divine masculine, divine feminine reading. So we're going to be doing a you and them reading, looking at their energy versus your energy. So let's go ahead and let's get started, and let's see what messages we get about this connection. All right, so the top row of this connection is going to be the divine feminine, and the bottom row of this connection is going to be the divine masculine. I'm going to shuffle the cards here for just a moment, and then I'm going to lay all of the cards out here. What I'm already picking up from this reading is I feel like there has been a huge shift in this connection. I feel like the feminine energy has really healed and grown out of so many limiting beliefs, so many negative thought processes, and is now really embodied in her power, and I feel like is releasing her attachment to this connection. So let's go ahead and let's lay the cards out, and then I'll discuss each one in depth, but that's the energy that I'm already getting from the reading and from the cards that we have here. I feel like the feminine is really looking at herself and looking at her life and doing what is best for her, okay? Now, the masculine I see here definitely is aware, very, very much so aware of the fact that there are many things that he needs to heal in his life. And I do feel that he is in an active state of healing, but I feel like at the same time, he's understanding that the feminine has already gone through the healing that he's gone through, right? So I feel like at one point in time, the feminine was the only one doing the healing, and now she's reached a point in her healing where she's kind of on a new journey. I feel like the feminine has kind of out-healed the masculine at this point, and now the masculine's needing to catch up. And so I feel like he's understanding that the feminine is just farther ahead than him. So let's go ahead and let's put these cards out here. Very interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. So this is certainly something that has been going on for quite some time. And like I said, I feel like a ton of progress has been made, not only on this connection, but has been made individually. It's been quite a long path, and I feel like the masculine is only now realizing how long this journey takes, and how long his feminine has already been actively doing the healing work. So I feel that there's a lot of realization at this point in time, and like I said, I feel that though both parties may be awake and aware to the connection and very aware of the purpose of this connection, I do feel that each counterpart is at a different part in the journey. So in the feminine's overall energy, we have the King of Cups, and this is so beautiful for the feminine. Like I said, I feel like the feminine is really sitting in her power. And when I say, you know, him or her, it's just talking about energy. I'm not talking about gender. Just want to make that distinction. But I feel like the feminine is really sitting in her power. And with the Five of Cups next to it, I feel that there's almost, I don't want to say guilt, but I feel like there's almost kind of this feeling of, why did it take me so long to get to this point? You know, how did I ever not function at this level? How could I have been so terribly out of my power? And to that feminine, I just want to say that that's the whole point of the journey. That's the whole point of the journey. And that's what I feel is happening here, is that both counterparts are realizing that this journey is more than just coming together and being in union, because honestly, not all couples are going to come into union. Some couples are going to live their lives with soulmates who are perfect for the life and the dream that they want to have. And we'll definitely clarify that in the extended of this is something that has the potential to go into union, or if this is, something that maybe is not going to come into union. But I feel that, the feminine is sitting here saying that even if this connection didn't go into union, that's fine, because me finding myself is the ultimate reward of the journey, right? Finding out who you are and finding out what your purpose is and being in your power and being able to then use what you've learned to help others and inspire others and to help you to live your best life. That's the ultimate gift right there. So I just feel like the feminine is in such a high vibe, empowered place, but also at the same time, I do feel that there is a little bit of I don't know if sadness is the word I want to use. Maybe remorse. Maybe remorse is more the word I want to use. Remorse about, how long it's taken for these realizations to come up, how long the journey has been, how long maybe there's been suffering that hasn't needed to happen. Worrying about the masculine only to find out that, there's nothing that you can do to help the masculine, that the masculine is on his own journey and you're on your journey. And that's the whole point, that these connections happen, these meetings happen to awaken you to your spiritual path and awaken you to, yourself, the power that lives within yourself. And that's okay. It's not a race, right? It's not a race. It's not a competition. This is a marathon. It truly is a journey. That's why it's called the twin flame journey or a spiritual journey or a soulmate journey or whatever terminology you specifically like to use. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. The labels don't matter, okay? It's just the energy. And it's the energy that affects many people. It's a collective energy. But I also feel with this Five of Cups here, that this is the feminine, looking back on the journey with the masculine thus far and realizing where she could have done better, realizing where herself now would have never acted in the ways that she did in the past. And I feel like this is a point in time where the feminine is beginning to kind of let go and release that experience. It's ready to let go and release that chapter and just accept it for what it is. I also feel that this is the feminine feeling okay with releasing the masculine, because I always point this out when this card comes up, is that there's 3 cups in front of this person, but there's 2 cups right behind them. And I definitely feel that a lot of feminines, because they are fully awakened, because they are fully in their power, and I have no idea what that sound is outside, so I apologize if that is annoying. But I feel like, oh gosh, it sounds like they might be power washing my door, so I strongly apologize if that noise is very distracting. You guys can hear that. But I feel that there is another connection, there is love right around the corner for the feminine. And let me just tell you, the masculine is not thrilled and not happy about this, okay? I will say that. However, I feel like the masculine feels that his hands are tied and that there's nothing that he can do. Okay. So, what I'm feeling from the masculine with the temperance card here is I feel like there is this complete 100% understanding from the side of the masculine that the only way to move forward is going to be to heal, okay? That he needs to stop. I'm so sorry about this, but I have to get this message out, and I know that this is the time to film it, so no interference is going to stop me from filming this video. But anyways, I feel like the masculine is starting to realize that the only way to move forward in life and the only way to get through this feeling is going to be to really feel into it, to lean into it and just experience this and to let this healing journey that he's on just embody his whole life. I feel like the masculine in, like pre-pandemic masculine was just looking so external, so external. And now I feel like was placed in a time in his life where he actually had to really look at himself and come to the understanding that the only way to actually get better in this life is going to be to really turn within and to face those harder issues that need to be faced. Okay. So that's where your masculine is at. And how he's currently thinking about you is the King of Swords. So this is a card of being able to clearly articulate what is exactly on your mind. So a lot of you might be experiencing your masculines coming forward and telling you things that they've never told you before. You might be experiencing your masculine finally saying the things that you've wanted them to say to you, giving you the answers to the questions that you've had. And they're only able to do this now because they're starting to turn within and they're starting to actually acknowledge this connection, because a lot of the masculines were not even acknowledging this connection. They were running from it. They were rejecting it. But I feel that the tables have turned now. And I feel that the runner has now become the chaser and the chaser is now the runner. Because I feel that, as your masculine comes forward, as we see here and how you're both feeling about each other, they have the 7 of Cups and you have the 7 of Coins. So it's like you're both experiencing this confusion here and not knowing what to do. However, on the feminine side, your confusion is the fact that you have so many choices. Like, you have other options and other paths in life to take, because when you really are enlightened to the twin flame journey, you know that you don't have to be with your twin flame. If being with your twin flame or your divine counterpart doesn't make any sense, or that person's not healed enough, or that person's not awakened enough, you know that you don't have to follow that path. You have free will. And I feel that a lot of feminines are realizing that your twin flame is not always that best option, right? Not saying that you're not going to go back to them, but saying that you're not at the mercy of your twin flame, or your divine masculine. You can make a decision for yourself whether or not you feel that the masculine is healed enough for you, or the masculine is actually ready to be in union with you. And I feel for some of you, from what I'm getting from this reading, is that this person is coming forward with an energy that's kind of making you feel that they're not really ready for union because you're not sure. And I don't think they're sure either. That's the thing. I don't feel that either of you are sure. Which to me, if you're not sure about something, then that's probably not the path to take. So I feel that this is the feminine almost rejecting the masculine, and not rejecting the masculine to spite him, to make him feel bad, but that could actually be triggering him into further healing. Okay, triggering him into further healing. Because if you try to bring two divine counterparts together and one person isn't fully healed, you're going to start your cycle all over again, right? It's going to go back into the same cycle again. We're going to come together and you're going to go apart again, and you're going to come together and go apart again until it's all healed. And with the fact that the masculine is still in an active state of healing, though they might be better than they used to be, this doesn't mean that they're all the way healed. And there's no indication here in this particular reading, at the point we're in at this reading, that tells me that this person's going to heal anytime soon, because we do have the Five of Swords over here in their challenge. So there definitely is still some conflict with this person, okay? They have the Ace of Cups and how they feel about this connection. So they really want to restart this connection. They really want to start over again. Start new. They want to start a new cycle with you. They do. They do. And that's what they could be telling you right now. A lot of you might be experiencing this person coming back, you know, telling you all the things that you've wanted them to say. Again, sorry for the lawnmower, but gotta get this message out. You could be experiencing this person coming back saying all the things that you've wanted them to say. But I feel that you're not sold on it. You're not sold on it because I don't think they're fully sold on it either. Okay? And jumping ahead to the challenge, Five of Swords here for them, there's still some conflict. So they might come back and they might have some nice things to say to you, but you're going to be like, okay, well, what's going on in your life? What are you doing? You know, how are things progressing and moving forward with you? And their life is still in shambles, right? Their life still isn't at a point where you can come together in physical union, okay? And I think the challenge, the problem with that, with the Queen of Wands here, is that for the feminine is ready for physical union. The feminine is ready for physical union, right? And I would not be shocked or surprised if feminines have other evolved beings, other evolved soulmates, masculines, whatever you want to call them, that they're attracting because they're in this energy. Because when you're in this high energy, it's not, you know, it's not like you're just only going to attract your masculine. You're going to attract a ton of people. You're going to attract a ton of people. And there could be some very, very, very good healed options in the mix. Okay? And the masculine definitely is not happy about that. The masculine is not happy about that. But your job is not to make your masculine happy. Right? And your masculine also needs to understand your point of view and your perspective and where you are. And that's a part of their journey. Okay, that's a part of their journey too. So I'm definitely feeling a flipping of the roles. I feel that what happened here is, you know, the masculine could have initially ran away. The feminine was chasing, trying to figure out what was going on, what was happening, was, you know, going through her dark night of the soul and really figuring out her stuff and coming through a ton of healing and doing a lot of shadow work and all the stuff. Got to a point where she's healed, and now the masculine is coming back, wanting to move forward but is not in the same place as the feminine, is just now only starting their journey. So there's definitely been a flip here. There's been a flip in the energy. So in the extended, I'm going to be looking deeper into this connection and figuring out whether or not this connection is going to be going into union anytime soon. And if so, when would that be? Also going to get messages from them from the Romance Angels deck and see exactly what they want to say to you. Okay? Going to be clarifying. Going to be clarifying a lot of stuff here and figuring out a ton of things here and seeing where this is going and what you need to know. All right? So I hope that this has helped you. I hope it's given you lots of clarity and lots of insight. And I will see you guys over in the extended reading. Take care. Bye.